guys, I'm T. If you don't know my story, been an addict off and on for 15 years, been sober 3 good years, and I've been to the Utah State Prison not once, but twice. Not proud of it, but it's a part of me and my journey. So here we go. I just want to start off by saying that if a CO is caught having relations with an inmate, it is rape, basically, if you get what I'm saying. And why that is because it's against the law. Why is it against the law? Because they're in a position of power. Okay, and we can't give consent. Legally, we cannot give consent. I posted a video recently about how when a guard had relations with not one but 2 prison inmates, and he was fired and charged legally. Prison guards and inmates, obviously, it's not allowed, right? And it's not just because it's like wrong in so many ways. I said a lot of officers don't get charged. Sometimes they're covered up, like the one I'm going to talk about today. Even if an inmate claims it's consensual, it's not considered consensual. It really isn't. So, COs and inmates having relations. It's more common than you guys think, and it happens every day, on a daily basis, more and more and more. And why? Okay, well, one, there's a lot of money involved, first off. And not only that, but like feelings do get involved. The one I wanted to talk about today was Victoria Mendoza. Now, I was in the Utah State Prison with her, and she unalived her girlfriend on October 18th of 2014 in Ogden, Utah. Okay, she was sentenced to 16 years to life, and why the judge was only able to give her that much because it wasn't aggravated. They had gotten to an argument, they pulled over, they stopped, and that's when she over 46 times. Beautiful girl, Tawny Baird, or I'm saying that wrong, I'm so sorry. But the prison basically covered this up. They were in love, and this lady would bring Mendoza, or Scott, she referred to herself as, would bring her in vapes, cell phones, like pretty much anything she wanted. And I actually found her TikTok page and found actual videos that caught her up. I mean, how dumb could you be? First off, yeah, it's cool to have a cell phone, and I get a lot of men do, and you see that all over TikTok, but the men are smarter about it, I feel like. They hide their face, they cover their face, things like that. She didn't. She was all over TikTok, dancing, making videos in her prison cell, and the family of the victim saw this, found her TikTok and all of that, and brought it to their attention. They're like, there's no way this girl, like, you could clearly tell she's in prison. You could clearly see it, like, and the family knows where she's at. So they had a full-blown relationship. And how I know is because I was actually in Draper Prison when this happened. Okay, and all went down. Now, it was covered up. The guard did get fired, and I'm not going to say her name. I tried to research it, but I could not find anything on it. So, and why that is because nobody actually came out and said that they had relations. Because if they had, I believe that the guard probably would have been charged. But again, a lot of times it's covered up, or they're just fired. As long as you quit, just go, we'll keep it under wraps, you know, the government. So she has a victim out there. The victim's family's out there. And also, like, it's a high profile case. Okay, it's all over, it's been on the news, the ID Network. I've seen it on ID Network before I actually went to prison for the first time and met this girl in real life. Clearly, us as inmates already knew what was going on, but when the family started seeing these TikToks being made inside of prisons, I have a video of one of Victoria's TikToks that she made while in a prison cell. It's so crazy. It brings back bad memories. But, yeah, she just wasn't smart about it. And she was eventually shipped off to a facility in New York. I'm not sure which one. The only reason I know that it was New York is because that's what I've heard from the girls while I was there. But she was a troublemaker. So the family is seeing all these videos of Victoria living it up in prison. Okay, well, how does she have a phone? How is she able to post on TikTok? You could clearly see her in a prison cell, and it's just so crazy. Okay, fine, I get it. You had, like, I would have loved to have a cell phone while I was in prison. I get it. I get it. But I feel like I would have been a lot smarter with it, especially if you are the high profile case and you got a victim out there and the victim's families and you're posting on TikTok. Come on, girl, be smarter than that. I remember this guard. She's very pretty, young, beautiful lady. And I remember her just, because they have windows, you could look out all over the yard and other buildings and things like that. Like, we would sign way across the yard to each other. We would sign all day, like, so you could literally have full-blown conversations with other inmates that are in a whole different section than you are. But I just remember seeing this guard always outside with her vape. Her nails and her vape. All I remember is her vaping. So her bringing in vapes and cell phones and like that. So Victoria just was not smart about it at all. And she was caught. And the victim's family was very upset by this. Like, how is this okay? How is she able to just live her life while our daughter is gone? And she's just making TikToks and living the life up in prison. Like, so I couldn't imagine how the family must have felt coming across these TikToks and everything, but it's sad. And my heart goes out to the family. And like I said, Victoria was a rule breaker regardless. Typically when guards get caught, even talking to an inmate, like, more than just talking, but like, even if they get caught having relations or just stepping that boundary with an inmate will be moved to a different facility regardless. So I knew that she would be moved regardless, but with she's been there for years. So of course you get bored or you get tired, you're going to break the rules, whatever. I get it. I've been there. So yeah, she was shipped off somewhere in New York. I don't know. I didn't even take the time to really look her up. When I was thinking about this video, I didn't look her up to see where she was at. But yeah, it's just crazy. But it happens more often than you think. So the world is just crazy. And like I said, it's just a lot of manipulation. There's a lot of money comes into it. Like, guards are paid money to do these things. Like, and one might think, okay, why would a guard do this? Well, guards make more money helping inmates out than they do working for the prison. I'm just going to say that. Like, there is money involved. But not only that, like, yeah, there are feelings that get involved. Like, it just happens. Like, you're around these people all the time. Like, I could see how it could easily happen. So you might wonder, why would you throw your career down the drain? Well, first off, I'm assuming, like, us criminals, like, that's not gonna happen to me. I'm not gonna get caught. I'll be smarter. I'll do this. I'll do that. I won't do this. I won't do that. Like, so you think that it'll never happen to you, or you'll never get caught, or just like dealers, you're making that money. It's fast, quick money. And you got to think these prison guards are making next to nothing watching over these inmates. And then you're like, oh, hey, will you bring me in some pens, cigarettes, phones, vapes, whatever, and I will pay you. Don't worry. And they get paid. So it's sad, but it's part of life, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, that's all I got for you today. Just kind of wanted to speak on that. Now I will play one of her TikTok videos that she made while in her cell in the Draper prison in Utah.
And I know Siri's looking for me. Right, fool?
What, fool?
Right?
What?
She bums while I've been talking to this camera. Siri's looking for me. Alexa's looking for me.
Who?
Alexi and Siri from Google. They're looking for me. You know why? Because people keep tapping my name down in them systems. I got Siri and Alexa after me. I can hear Lou's music. All right. Next time, hopefully Lou's involved.